Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about Ketovore and what it is, why you might want to try it, and why I think it's a great combination between the keto diet and the carnivore diet. We like to talk a lot on this channel about how I lost 55 pounds in 8 sizes living a low-carb lifestyle. I've been doing this for a while, guys. It's been, I think, 5 years total. I also gave up alcohol, stopped eating things in a package. I try to stick to single foods whenever possible and doing things naturally. I healed my high blood pressure and I lost most of my eczema. It's not all gone, but I'm still healing. It takes a while to heal your body from the inside out. And that's why I prefer eating on a low-carb diet, because that's what I'm trying to do. All of the toxins in the foods that we've been eating for years. Some of us grew up in the 80s, like myself, where there was always bread and butter on the table. And that butter wasn't butter, it was margarine, which is toxic. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and liking. Please send this to somebody who might want to stay on track with us. So why should you listen to me? I'm just an average chick. I have a 9-to-5 job. I'm still not at my goal weight. I'm a chubby chick, guys, still, but I'm working on it. And I wanted to document my journey and take you along with me. I could be your human Post-it note. I can be your elevator. I can save you guys some time. I feel like I've made most of the mistakes that a lot of people make when they're on a keto diet, when they're on any diet, when they're trying to figure out how to eat again. So what is Ketovore? If you've never heard of Ketovore, it's basically a combination between the carnivore and the keto diet. And the reason I love Ketovore is because sometimes when you eat on a carnivore diet, like I do most of the time, it gets to be a little bit much. You're eating meats, dairy, and eggs, which are the most nutritious of all of the foods out there. But a lot of people ask me, well, Misty, what about vegetables? And I just tell them, hey guys, I'm doing this right now because I want to heal first. And then hopefully the weight will come off forever. And I fully believe this. So keto is very similar to the carnivore diet. It has a nicer name, and your body is using ketones as fuel so that you can burn fat faster, in a very easy to understand explanation. But you are including a lot more vegetables when you're eating on keto. And guys, I did this for a couple of years. I did keto. I was doing the faux desserts. I was doing a couple of things in a package that said keto on it, that were super low carb. But you have to be careful when you're on the ketogenic diet, and I'll tell you why. They are trying to trick you. There are so many products out there now that say the 4-letter word keto on it. And you got to read the label, guys, because there's a lot of ingredients that are no good for us. Certain sweeteners may actually jack you up and may actually hinder your weight loss progress. Now, some people are on the ketogenic diet to heal, which is wonderful. And some people are on the ketogenic diet to lose weight, which is also wonderful. But I will tell you, all of these ingredients are getting in your way. If you have never thought about it before, I want you to consider Ketovore today. Now, when you're eating on a ketogenic diet, of course, you can have more things than if you're on the carnivore diet. So a lot of people gravitate towards a keto diet, and I don't blame you at all. So you're having meat, dairy, and eggs, just like the carnivore diet. However, you're adding a lot of vegetables. This works for a lot of people. Now you have to ask yourself, what works for you? Now for me, eating a lot of vegetables wasn't that great for myself. I still felt hungry. I ate tons of big salads. I got tired of chewing. What am I, a rabbit? I was eating the giant salads. Guys, I know what you're eating for lunch and even for dinner. You're having huge, big ass salads with meat on there. which is a healthy choice. However, eating a lot of vegetables for some of us sensitive folks, like myself, sometimes jacks up our gut a bit. So going over to carnivore was best for myself. So I can only speak to what has worked for me. For the long term, I wasn't that crazy about all the vegetables. I wasn't that crazy about the big ass salads that I know you're having for lunch, for dinner, with meat on there, and the crappy dressing on top. I talk a lot about salad dressing on this channel. Watch my video. Maybe we can put up my video here and check that out, guys. And it's in the playlists under recipes because I believe in making your own salad dressing. There are bad ingredients in the salad dressings. So I want you to also consider making your own for your own health so you can be successful. Now, meat is the most nutrient dense of all of the foods. Ketovore is a combination between the keto and carnivore diets. Some of us who eat meat, dairy, and eggs and are more carnivore like to include a couple of vegetables just for some diversity in our diet. I like the idea of adding a few vegetables, only about 10% of the time, here and there, to keep the diversity in my gut diverse. Some of us who are on a carnivore diet, we get a little bit bored because it's always meat, dairy, and eggs every single meal. So adding a little bit of Brussels sprouts or a salad occasionally, or if you're growing vegetables in your garden like we're doing this year, I'm gonna wanna eat those tomatoes. So a little bit of vegetables mixed in with a carnivore diet equals ketovore. So that also means you can have a little bit of a treat occasionally. You can have a little bit of liquid stevia if you're making a cacao shake, for example. I feel like it's misunderstood what the keto diet really is. And it is eating natural foods. It is eating nutrient-dense foods, nuts, berries, some fats like butter, olive oil, avocado oil is safe, coconut oil is safe, and then of course you have your meat, dairy, and eggs. So that's the basis of the ketogenic diet. Now, when you start adding the faux desserts, like I have done so many times, and you make a batch of peanut butter cups for the week and you have them every night, or you have them after every meal, this stuff can add up. It's better than a packaged treat because there's not so many ingredients. And you guys control the ingredients when you make it yourself. And I see a lot of people lose weight on the ketogenic diet, which is great. But you look back a year later, you might see that person and they're back to their old weight again. So sustaining this lifestyle is an art all its own. Sometimes these sweeteners, especially, that we're using to make these fat bombs, to seal off your meal, having a little sweet taste at the end of a ketogenic meal, it does the trick emotionally. But physically, we really don't know on a person-to-person basis what it could be doing to our guts, how it could be hindering our weight loss progress, for example. And it took me about a year to figure out I was making too many fat bombs. I was having fat bombs at the end of my meal. I thought I had to add fat into my diet for me to be successful. But I found out that that was a very big mistake. So if you are making a lot of keto, faux keto desserts, it's super fun, guys. I still do it occasionally, but I make it more like something for a holiday or a birthday. When you eat more nutrient dense with your meals, a little bit more real protein. I don't mean protein shakes, guys. Those have terrible ingredients and sweeteners in them, and it's not food. I mean meat, real protein. If you add a little bit more to your keto protocol that you may be doing right now, this may just give you the satiety you're looking for so that you don't need the fat bomb at the end of the meal. This will make you feel more full. This will be more nutrient dense. And starting with nutrients first is very, very important. I also want to add, if you have not implemented eggs into your diet yet, or maybe you don't eat them very often, I'm going to tell you this is a secret. Eggs are my #1 superfood, and I believe in them so much. I might make, 8 hard-boiled eggs for the week and take them with my lunches for work so I don't get tempted to eat something sweet, even fruit. So eggs will save your ass, guys. Implement more eggs into your diet. This is a huge, huge lifesaver tip, a way to help you get to your goal weight even faster. Because summer is coming. It's like, Misty, eggs aren't that tasty. Like, I'd rather have a keto bar. Yeah, like, who's gonna walk around with hard-boiled eggs instead of a protein bar? I mean, come on, that is so not cool. Some of us are trying to heal faster. I drank for years, guys. I drank a lot, so I feel like my liver needs some help. I want to clear my liver and make it healthy again. I want to clear the gut microbiome in my stomach to finally drop the rest of my weight. Ketovore is perfect for so many people because we're just adding a little bit more meat, still including a lot of vegetables if you enjoy them, and you have your nuts, and you have your fat bombs occasionally, and you have your low-carb fruit, of course. This is not a black and white lifestyle. Eating Ketovore is perfect for so many reasons that I'm going to start talking about it a lot more on this channel. People do not like the idea of carnivore, and some people even think it's boring. I happen to love it, but I might not be the average person when it comes to food choices. I like to try experimenting a little bit, and if you've never tried experimenting with your diet, adding more real protein, not protein shakes, and staying completely away from packaged keto anything will help you tremendously, I have no doubt. We want to thank you for listening to Black Eyed Soul. That's our band. Andrew and I record right here in this room. Go to blackeyedsoul.com if you want to hear some good music, and it's free anywhere you find streaming music. Thank you for subscribing today, guys. And my truth bomb is, if you have never considered going on a carnivore or even ketovore diet, but you like the idea of being on a keto diet, I'm going to ask you to look into it. I am not a doctor. I am not qualified to tell you it's going to work for you. But if you would like to keep the weight off permanently, eating nutrient-dense first, and then learning how to keep all of the packaged foods away from your world will make a huge difference in your life. And these little tips today should help you tremendously. If you've never considered going Ketovore, today may be a great time to begin. I'll be here with you guys doing it too. Thank you for tuning into Love Style. Peace out.